The attic smelled like mothballs and stale voltage that clung to the back of my dry tongue. I found the radio beneath a mildew tarp, its bakelite knobs frozen with a cold that numbed my fingertips instantly. Someone had scratched desperate frequencies into the wood with something sharp and glinting in the absolute dark. I plugged it in and the static hissed like rain on distant cathedral glass at midnight. But the longer I sat there in the absolute dark, the more it felt like something breathing back through the noise at my exact rhythm. Each pop and crackle settled into strange rhythms almost like words waiting to be born into my ears. The voices bled through at midnight, pitch too high for any human throat to survive intact and bleeding. They weren't speaking to me. They were repeating my movements 3 seconds before they happened with perfect precision. When the static cleared, I heard myself drop the flashlight, and then my hand obeyed the sound. Then the screaming started, not through the speaker but from inside the living wiring coiled behind the plaster-like veins. It wasn't pain I heard. It was a hunger older than the house and twice as patient as cold stone. The walls hummed in deep sympathy, and the floorboards began to vibrate against my soles in sickening time. I tried to unplug it, but my fingers passed through the socket as if it were already hollow and dead. The dial turned on its own, hunting for a frequency that matched my quickening heartbeat exactly. Frost spider-webbed across the glass in seconds, and the air tasted like burnt hair and heavy ozone. The static wasn't a signal. It was a mouth opening somewhere behind the walls where the studs had gone soft. I realized the screams were coming from everywhere the house had ever been silent and dark and waiting for living flesh. The radio wasn't receiving anything from outside. It was unlocking something that wanted fresh air and meat and company. Now the only station left is mine, and every radio in the world is tuning in to listen tonight.